Now student, I am going to explain the new topic Ampere's circuital law. Ampere's circuital law. And student, as you know that Gauss law is an alternate form of Coulomb's law in electrostatics. So in the same way, Ampere's circuital law is an alternate form of Biot-Savart's law in magnetostatics. An Ampere's circuital law can be used in general to find the magnetic field in symmetrical situation. And student, now I am going to explain what is Ampere's circuit law and how we find the actual formula of Ampere's circuit law. And student, here a diagram is shown. Consider an open surface with boundary C and a current I is passing through this surface, and this boundary C, which is made by a large number of small line elements. This boundary C, which is made by a large number of line element, and each length of line element, that is what? dl. That is what? Length of each line element, that is what? dl. And direction of dl, which is taken to be dl vector. Direction of dl, which is shown here. Direction of dl is dl vector, and which is acting tangential to this element. So dl vector, which is what? dl vector which is tangential to the given line element whose length is what? dl. So direction of dl length can be shown by the vector dl vector, and this dl vector which is acting tangentially to the given length element dl. And student, if bt, here bt means what? If bt means, B means what? Magnetic field means what? Tangential. If bt is the tangential component of magnetic field at this element, if bt is tangential component of magnetic field at this element, so bt is tangential component, and dl is also, dl vector is what? Also a tangential to the given length element dl. So angle between tangential component of magnetic field bt and dl vector, which is what? 0, because magnetic field and dl vector, which are acting in the same direction, tangent to the given line element. So angle between bt and dl vector, angle between b vector, bt vector and dl vector, which is acting tangentially, so angle between them is what? 0. So if we take a product of bt and dl, if we take a product of vector bt and dl vector, and you know that a dot b, that is what? ab cos theta. So here we can write that bt dl, and angle between them is what? 0 degree. So we can write here that is what? Cos 0. So bt dot dl can be written as what? bt dl, and bt, you know that bt is the tangential component of magnetic field at this given line element. And student, if dl, this boundary which is made by a large number of small line element, and if this dl is very small, if dl is very small and product for all element, and product for all element of a boundary added together, then sum tends to be an integral around a closed path, and which is taken to be what? Which is shown by the integral of. Therefore, the sum of vector b dot dl vector over all elements on a closed loop or path, the sum of vector b dot dl over all elements on a closed loop or path, which is written as b dl, vector b dot dl, because dl is taken to be what? Very small, and the sum tends to be an integral form on closed loop. That is what? This will be written in this form, integration of closed surface. So the sum of vector b dot dl over all elements on a closed loop or path, which is written as vector b dot dl. It means what? It can be written as line integral of magnetic field. We are taking here what? This boundary C, which is made by a large number of small line element, and this line element, their length is what? dl. And I am assuming that this dl, that is what? Very small. Then product of all small element and dot product of vector b dot dl, that is what? Taken to be what? Sum in all cases. So if dl, that is what? Very small, so it is taken in the form of what? Integral form. So vector b dot dl, which is written as line integral of magnetic field, which is equal to line, which is written as line integral of magnetic field around line b dl, vector b dot dl around a closed loop. It can be written as line integral of magnetic field B around closed path or loop whose boundary coincide the closed path, whose boundary coincides the closed path. So therefore, the sum of vector b dot dl vector over all small element on a closed loop or path, which is written as vector b dot dl closed path, and it can be written as, students listen carefully, it can be read it, line integral of magnetic field B around a closed line integral. This will be the what? Integral, and this is for closed path. Line integral of magnetic field B around a closed path or loop whose boundary coincides the closed path, and So what is the actual statement of Ampere circuit law? Ampere circuit law, statement of Ampere circuit law. Now I am going to explain to you that what is Ampere circuit law. So statement of Ampere circuit law can be stated as a student. Ampere circuit law. Listen carefully. What is the statement of Ampere circuit law? Line integral of magnetic field B. Line integral of magnetic field around a closed circuit or path or loop is equal to mu naught times magnetic permeability, mu naught times the total current passing or threading to that closed circuit. Once again, what is the statement of Ampere circuital law? Line integral of magnetic field B around a closed circuit is equal to mu naught times the total current passing or threading to that closed circuit, and mathematically it is written as mathematically Ampere circuit law, AC law, means Ampere circuit law can be written as this statement, that is what? B dot dl, which is equal to mu naught times the total current. So student, this is the mathematical form of Ampere's circuital law. Line integral of magnetic field around a closed circuit. Line integral of magnetic field around a closed circuit or path or loop is equal to mu naught times the total current passing through that closed circuit or path or loop. This is the statement of Ampere's circuital law. And student, this formula also involves a sign convention, and the sign convention for Ampere circuit law can be also be found with the right hand rule. So student, if our right hand curling finger, in the sense the boundary is traversed in the loop, if our curling finger of right hand, in the sense the boundary is traversed in the loop of vector B dot dl closed surface, then direction of the thumb indicates the current which is passing through it, that is what taken to be positive. So in general we can say that if the direction of the boundary traverse, not current, if the direction of the boundary traverse, that is what, see, that is what, clockwise direction. If the boundary is traversed in the loop clockwise direction, then our curling finger also, that is what, so the direction of the traverse in the boundary, then thumb will give the direction of the current which is passing through this closed loop, and this current is taken to be what, positive. So direction of thumb which give the direction of current which is either positive or negative. So in this case the boundary is traversed in what, clockwise direction, and our curling right hand finger show the direction of traversal of the boundary in the loop clockwise direction, then thumb, that is what, I1 here taken to be what, then thumb will give the direction of the current which is passing through this loop, and it is taken to be what, positive. And student, if the direction of the current in the boundary is traversed, if the boundary is traversed in anti-clockwise direction, then the direction of the thumb, which is give the positive direction of the current, which is what? Outward. So in this case, you can easily find out that which current in the loop can be taken to be a positive. So direction of the thumb, curling finger show the boundary is traverse. Curling finger show the boundary of boundaries. Curling finger show the boundary is traverse in the loop. Then circuital law. And student, for this we have taken an infinite straight current carrying conductor. So consider an infinite straight current carrying conductor carrying current I, and we take a point P and find the magnetic field at the point P due to straight current carrying conductor. And you know that magnetic field at a point P due to infinite straight current carrying conductor, which is mu naught by 2 pi I by R. You know that. So magnetic field means magnetic field at P due to infinite straight current carrying conductor carrying current I. Magnetic field at the point P, which is R distance from the wire. So magnetic field at P due to infinite straight current carrying conductor. That is what? Infinite straight current carrying conductor. Magnetic field at the point P due to infinite straight current carrying conductor carrying current I, and we know that B equal to what? Mu naught by 2 pi I by R. This is equation 1. And student, you know that what is the magnetic field patterns lines? If you apply right hand thumb rule, then thumb show the direction of the current flowing into the straight infinite conductor, then curling fingers show the magnetic field patterns lines are. So magnetic field patterns lines are what? Concentric circle. So magnetic field around the straight current carrying conductor, which is in the form of what? Concentric circle. And magnetic field whose value at point P, which is R distance, mu naught by 2 pi I by R. And direction and the magnitude of magnetic field at each point on the circular path, that is what remain same, because distance from the wire at each point on the circumference of this concentric circle, that is what same. So magnetic field at every point on the circumference of the circle, which is the magnetic field lines, mu naught by 2 pi I by R remain same. And student, to find the direction of magnetic field, we draw a tangent. So here direction of magnetic field is what? Tangent to the circle, which is shown in the diagram. So direction of magnetic field which is tangent to the circle, and magnitude of magnetic field at every point on the circular loop, that is what? Same. Now student, to evaluate the line integral of magnetic field, to evaluate line integral of, to evaluate line integral of magnetic field B around a circle, around a circle of radius r. Consider a small length element on this circle. Consider a small length element. Consider a small length element dl on this circular path and students, direction of dl, you know that already I have explained to you. Direction of dl is what? Direction of dl, which is what? Dl vector, and which is tangent to the line element. So here student, here direction of magnetic field and direction of dl vector, which is acting tangentially. So angle between dv and dl vector is what? Say angle between dv vector and dl vector, that is what? Same, which is 0 degree. So to evaluate line integral of magnetic field around a circular around a circle of radius r, consider a small length dl on this circular path and angle between db, angle between not db, that is what? B, angle between magnetic field and dl vector is. So line integral of magnetic field, line integral of magnetic field around a closed circular path can be written as, that is what? B dot dl, and student, angle between them is what? B dl cos 0, and you know that cos 0, that is what? 1 B dl, and value of B already calculated. It is written as what? Mu naught by 2 pi I by r, already written, and dl integration of dl, that is what? L, and but length of this circle, that is what? 2 pi r. So dl, that is what? L, but here that is what? 2 pi r, and 2 pi r cancel out. So student, we find that line integral of magnetic field around a closed circular path, which comes out to be that B dot dl, which comes out to be what? Mu naught I, and this is the formula for line integral of magnetic field around a closed path or closed loop, which is equal to mu naught times the total current passing through this circular loop. Thank you.